shared post-training. Okay, so I'm going to start recording. All right, so maybe then later you can refer back to all of the slide and also the example shown throughout the sessions. So for today, we're gonna presenting about Mendeley. So what is Mendeley actually? So Mendeley is free academic software. It's a cross-platform. You can use it using Windows, Mac or Linux, and it supports all major browsers. So there are two versions of Mendeley. One you can see on the Mendeley desktop, which is you have to download, and one is Mendeley via websites. All right. And basically, this is a concept of what Mendeley help to academicians or for the student or researchers. What Mendeley manage is actually manage PDF documents. So throughout your study or during your research literature review, you are downloading a lot of content, PDF files and documents, and all has been stored inside your laptop or your thumb drive or external storage. So to organize that, Mendeley as a reference management manager tools, it store all of the PDF content in one place. They call it Mendeley desktop or Mendeley web, and it acts as a cloud storage. So Mendeley, once it's received your PDF content, it will store to the cloud Mendeley cloud storage, and you can retrieve back on any platform if you are using multiple devices. For example, laptop or computers, desktop, you can retrieve back Office and Home by click on the synchronize button. And also, if you prefer doing it online, then you can retrieve back using Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Microsoft Edge. So before we start using Mendeley, first you have to create an account. So there are concerns from Madam Norasia on some of the participant here is a new user to Mendeley. So first you have to create an account. All right. So to create your account, first you go to Mendeley website, and here you can click on create account or sign in if you have already account. So if you click on create account, you go to www.mendeley.com and click on create account. It will go to this landing pages, whereby first they will check your email. Why is that they're checking your email first? Because um, Mendeley is owned by Elsevier, and somehow maybe you have already created an account with Elsevier via Scopus or Science Direct. These three platform link together using single account if you create one. So to make it clear, so I'm opening this another slides for the tips to create your account. Okay, step one, enter your email address. Any email address will do. It's not limited to your institutions. And do not click on sign in via institution because we are not subscribing Mendeley Premium. So you are using Mendeley as a source or tools that enable you to simplify your research. There are some licensed management software tools such as RefWorks. They also have EndNotes. Okay, EndNotes is a license based, whereby Mendeley is a free open source, so you can create any account. So you just put in your email address, the one that you're familiar with, maybe your Android email, Gmail or whatnot. Enter your name and create a password. So after that, if you have already Elsevier account, system will trigger. That's why they're asking for your email first. So because Elsevier account consists of these three platforms, again I repeat myself, Science Direct, Scopus, and Mendeley. So once you have already created your account, successfully log in, you just fill up your profile because it helps you to promote yourself as a researcher or academician, whereby it's act like a kind of research gate. So you will have your profile, put in what your research field areas, and you can mingle and mix around with a lot of experts out there, international peoples. So maybe you can ask them for collaboration for papers. Okay, so after that, once you finish creating your account, creating your list, so you have to download software. So you can go to Mendeley download and install Mendeley. So install Mendeley. So once you created your account, download Mendeley software to your device, install software and follow all the setup wizard instructions. To make it fully understand, I ask for your cooperation to focus on my briefing first before you starting using this Mendeley on your own, so that you don't miss any steps. All right, so okay, let's stop there. So we go back to Mendeley website. So once you created your account, so basically you have login and you see that this is Mendeley all about. So on the main page, you can see the search toolbars. Okay, so for the search toolbars, it helps you to search over 100 million cross-publisher articles and counting. So because Mendeley is a crowdsourcing platform, people are putting all of the PDF file into Mendeley. So actually, it have more than Science Direct alone. As you know, Science Direct have 35 million content, whereby for Mendeley, they store 100 million cross-publisher articles. So if you want to have a single sign-in searching platform, you can use this mendeley.com and just use this single search articles platform. All right, so if you scroll down below, you can see the explanation of Mendeley all about. You can access your library everywhere. So you can access from Windows, Macintosh, Linux, and open it from all the browsers. Mendeley also help you to do easy referencing. So you can generate references, citations, and bibliographies in a whole range of journal styles. There are more than 400 styles to be used, and you can select what style that you prefer in just a few clicks. Right. It helps you to promote your career development as well. You have 250k science, technology, and health job to advance your career, as well as you can find out the research grant from here as well. So you can join millions of researchers using Mendeley. And down below, you can find the product informations. Mendeley in charge of a reference management, and they have a data sets as well as career and premium packages. They also provide a support center for the help, guide, and also release notes for the latest features updates. And you can learn more on Mendeley by checking out the about us, work at Mendeley. You can contact them for the Q&A, and you can become an advisor yourself, become a Mendeley advisor to help community or your students to write a better or proper academic writing, and reduce the plagiarism as well. So you can find all of these downloads for the applications, reference manager for the desktops, web importer, as well as citation plugin to link this Mendeley into your Words document, a Words application as well. All right, so let's get back to the slides. Let me check the chat first if there are any questions. Okay, so not yet at the moment. We go back to the slides. On these slides, it will briefly introduce you all of the features available on the Mendeley desktops as well as on the Mendeley web. So again, creating your account, you can go to Meet Mendeley, can manage your reference, set and generate bibliography, organize your papers, and it can link to your Words and LibreOffice via plugin. Okay, sign up is free, no need to click on the via institutions. And this is a Mendeley desktop looks like. So once you have downloaded papers and put it up all of your PDF content and document into Mendeley desktop, you can work Mendeley offline. So you don't have to have an internet connection. And once you download it, if you want to do a writing process, you don't need internet and you can work it offline. Whereby there are another versions, which is Mendeley Web, whereby you not install the Mendeley desktop on your laptop or desktop PC. So you just use Mendeley Web by opening it from a web browser. So from here, this is all this Mendeley looks like. So they have it's actually quite similar. On the left hand side is a list of a folder. You can find all references recently added, recently read, my publications, and if you have a collections in the folder, it will shown there. And in the middle section, you can see we call it a library, whereby the list of references that you have stored according to the date, you can easily sort it out using the alphabetical order or the last date added. Right. So again, Mendeley, it manages references and documents. So what is inside a reference and document? Normally, it comes in the PDF, whereby inside that PDF there's a lot of information. So we call it data. A lot of data sets, we call it metadata. And once you put up your PDF content in PDF document inside Mendeley desktop, it will automatically recognize all of the input information. For example, the titles, general titles, article title, the authors, publishers, date of created, the DOI link, and also abstracts. So you can easily find all of the informations. You don't have to key in, but all of the information has been stored in this PDF. Okay, so next is the organized part, whereby you're setting up your library once you finish opening up your Mendeley desktops. So there are a few options that you can see here. Adding a document. So the first option, you can see the import. If you're a previous user of BibTeX, RefWorks, or EndNotes, you can just import the contents from another reference managers. So you just go to this import and you click on the following options menu that you have. For example, BibTeX for BibTeX, and EndNotes if you're previously using EndNotes, RS for formats, and also Zotero library. And from the file, you click on the file on the Mendeley desktop. You can find this add files to select a file or folder from which you want to add from your computer. You can add the folder, and you can assign a watch folder whereby when you download everything from the online databases or publisher page, all of this PDF, once you transfer into that particular folder, it will automatically transform or will be automatically imported into Mendeley desktop, because you have assigned a watch folder on your laptop or desktop. Mendeley will automatically put in all the new PDF that has been stored inside that particular folder. And you can add reference by manually entering details. There is some ways to include documents inside your Mendeley desktop. Okay, never mind. If you cannot feel the overall ideas on it, we will do the live session after all of these slides has been covered. So finding a new research, okay, as I mentioned, on the main Mendeley page, you can use Mendeley to search for a literature. So there are 100 million cross-published content that you can add from. And to find a new research, there are two ways here. It shows as a Mendeley web importer for the journal articles, or if you are accessing from podcast or blog, then you can easily use Mendeley web importer to retrieve all of the information available on that particular website into your Mendeley. And you can also use Mendeley suggest for any latest research or any research that related to your search field area. Okay, so this is Mendeley web importer. So Mendeley web importer import papers, web pages, and other documents directly into your reference library from the search engine academic database. So Mendeley web importer is available on all major web browsers. So it helps when you open a Mendeley web importer on the browser, it will scan through all of these particular web pages, and it will store automatically the documents according to the citation format, and you can use it inside your Mendeley desktops. And this is another features in Mendeley, which is synchronize. A sync button is important, so always remember to synchronize before you close your Mendeley applications, because of course they have auto sync, but it's sometimes the auto sync don't work automatically. It need times, so we fear that you might left out some of the new article that you have put up, but you forgot to click the sync button. Always click synchronize before you close your Mendeley desktops, right? So what's the process? So once you click the synchronize button, basically you send all of the content or title that you have already added into your Mendeley desktop to the cloud storage, and from the cloud storage you can retrieve back from another applications. Okay, so in this organize or managing your library, so basically to manage your library, so basically on the Mendeley desktops you can see a list of folder on the left hand side as shown on the graphic on your screen. All documents represent all the items in your personal library. The clockwork sign icon is an item added in the last 2 weeks. The bookmark icon means that this access to your recently read item. The star signs logo means all items that you have stored in your library is a favorite, and the question marks icon means that the item that in needs of review. We fear that there are some information has been left out or is incomplete, or that items basically is a redundant item, so you have to merge the document inside Mendeley to save space. And as you can see on the left right hand side definitions, authors mean that you can use the column heading to set your order of reference according to the alphabetical order. And the green dot means that the mark entry read or unread. The gray, it means it has been open and read. The green dot means that it's not been yet open. All right, and entries with attached PDF can be opened if you see the PDF icon on that particular reference list. And you can also add a star item to mark them as a favorites, so that if you have put a stars on a particular article, once you click on the favorites, you can see all of that selected star articles into that particular folder. Okay, and then create and use folders. You can create as many folder you prefer to, and you can store related papers inside that particular folder. So for example, you are using you are currently focusing on the economic readings, example histories, or you are writing on certain chapters on a literature review, or on you want to create on under your supervisor names. So all of the reference that you want to put, you just select all of that from the library list and drag and drop into that particular folder. Reference not added to any particular folder will appear in unsorted or in all documents. Your folder will be listed as shown below. You can drag and drop to reorder them according to it depends on you, and you can find the create folder down below to enter a new folder name. Okay, so for the next slides on your screens, we talk about search your documents. So once you put up papers, you will have trouble to find once you put up, for example, 2,000 papers inside Mendeley desktop. So it's impossible to find the right one unless you store it on the particular folder, or you put a favorite tag to find it on the favorite folder. So you can also search within your Mendeley desktop. Okay, you can search your documents by using the search toolbars on the right hand side, the top right hand side shown on the screen. Enter your search term in the research field. The main view will be filtered accordingly, and you can click on the specific folder to search within the folder. and you can use a clear button to remove the search filter. So Mendeley search tool will not only look at reference metadata, but it will also search within the full text of the PDF paper. So basically they have scanned through that particular PDF documents. So once you put your search terms, you want to find a certain terms, special terms or scientific terms on any particular paper that you have already stored into your Mendeley desktops. So you just put that particular terms, and once you search, not only on the title, they will search within the abstract and also the full text of the PDF paper. So it helps your times and it speed up your reading. So they automatically highlight the content that you need to read. Okay. So let me check on the chat if there are any questions so far. All right. So question from Madam Norasia. Since UniKL did not subscribe to Premium Mendeley, what are the features that we can't use in this basic? And is there a limit to size of our Mendeley library size? Okay, good questions. Thank you for asking. To answer Madam Norasia questions, Mendeley is a free software. It's enough if you not subscribe to the premium. Differences between premium Mendeley and also the free Mendeley is the size of the cloud storage they're given to you. So once you created your account, you are entitled to a 2 GB storage space, cloud storage space, whereby you can put up all of the PDF content that you want. We have tested with previous postgraduate students. He managed to store up to 2,000 papers on Mendeley on the free account, because of course Mendeley, the PDF articles in PDF is not a big size. Some is in MB or KB size, so it takes limited space on your storage. 2 GB storage is enough. But if you prefer to have more storage space, then you can opt for premium. You can subscribe to annual, or you can pay by monthly. But for UniKL at the moment, it has been considered that a free account is enough for the undergrad and postgraduate students. Okay, so is there a limit to the size of our Mendeley library size? Yeah, as I mentioned in the first answer, for a free account, it will give you 2 GB cloud storage space. And for premium, you can opt for 5 GB storage, 7, and also up to 10. The most is 20 GB storage, cloud storage space, if you are subscribed to the premium based on the package provided. Okay, so there are questions from Mr. Kong. Good morning, speaker. May I know, is there any such limit for the watch folder, or how many articles we can store in there? Okay, similar questions. For the watch folder, basically, it will just automatically pull in articles until it goes to the maximum 2 GB cloud storage. So you can always check from the Mendeley desktops the size of storage that the capacity of storage available. So it's considered that Mendeley will give a notification that some of the paper cannot be stored once you have reached the maximums. Okay, so right, let's get back to the presentation. Okay, so previous is a search your document again, and this is the option where once you find the articles, you can add text to the paper in your library which share a common theme. So for example, there are paper related to coronavirus, for example, then you can add text into it. So you can use a filter menu in the filter your library view to include the text. Okay, so basically, if you can see my mouse, you have selected this document, for example, radiation effects. So on this radiation effect, once you click on it, on the right hand side, it will appear on the modifier sections. So you can add text in this column below the abstracts. So you can also add, for example, this fluid dynamics, thermodynamic, for example. So once you have put up this fluid dynamic, and you can find the filter by my text. If you click on the fluid dynamic, then you can automatically find your particular article that you have put text on. So you can also filter by author names, author keywords, and also the publications. I will show you later on the live demo on how to put the text and how to find it on the tag filter. Okay, to check on for duplicates, you can go to tools, and on the tools you can find this a few options, which is invite colleague. You can install web importer, uninstall it, and also you can check for duplicates. So if you click on the check duplicates, basically Mendeley will scan through your repository, and they will show the file related that have similar duplications. So there are three similar paper in this integrative analysis. So once you click on it, it will ask you the options to merge the document. So unchecked boxes indicate fields where the duplicate conflicts. So please review this field before merging. So if you confirm that this three article is similar, then you can confirm to merge, and thus save your space and reduce the cloud storage space. So that is the managing the library of on the Mendeley desktops. So now we will go to the PDF viewer functionality, and what you can do once you open the PDF inside Mendeley desktops. It can do these two options, which is you can do a highlighting, which is we as a librarian opposed to any students or a library patron to do highlighting on the library books. But on this Mendeley desktop, you are free to highlight the whole pages as well if you want. There's no problem. And you can also put annotations, sticky notes, it's like on the document. So once you click on the reference list that have a PDF icon, you double click on it, and you can see the PDF viewer within that Mendeley desktops. So as shown here, you can see this article on the New Horizons. So if you click on notes, you can add a sticky notes on that particular section area that you want to put. For example, this is useful if you want to discuss this paper with your supervisors or on your colleague or for the group assignment as well. So once you put the notes, then you can discuss, you can add what you want to put, and the note is also useful to inform you where or which part of that particular paragraph or sentence that you use to put up into your literature review, for example. And you can use highlighting and notes. Highlighting, then you can select the line as you please, and you can select color if you prefer as well. So before we go to the start functionality, let me check on the chat section again if there are any questions. Okay, no question at the moment. All right. So in the site functionalities, you can use Mendeley to install Mendeley citation plugin in order for you to link up your Mendeley with this Microsoft Word. So to install a citation plugin, so basically you have to go to Tools and click on Install MS Word plugin, or you can install for LibreOffice plugin. So it will detect which software for this Microsoft Word that you want to use. At the moment, there is these two options only. So there are no Google documents at the moment. So you can use either a Microsoft Word plugin or LibreOffice. But for Microsoft Office, it has to be the 2007 version and above, 2003 and below, because they don't have the tabs on the top of that particular menu. So you cannot use the old Microsoft Word versions. It has to be 2007 and above. So you can generate in-text citation in Words. So once you have installed the citation plugin in Words, you can go to reference tabs, and you can find out the Mendeley citation plugin within that particular reference tabs. Okay, so You can choose to insert citation. A window will pop up asking you to cite, or you just put in your search term. For example, you want to cite from the philosophy related papers. You type in philosophy, and list of philosophy related paper will be appeared on the Mendeley citation editors. And you select, you can select more than one by click on control, and you click OK. It will automatically transform all of that particular in-text citation format inside your paragraph. So you can also merging your citations. For example, in a line, so you have two authors next to each other, whereby you can easily merge the citation together. What you have to do, you just highlight these two. For example, this is Don and Ingo. Once you highlight these two citation together, you automatically they will appear the merge citation button. So you click on it, and you can insert it within one column, separated by a semicolon. All right, and to insert your bibliography, once you finish your in-text citations from the insert citations, so at the end of the page, you can insert the reference list by click on the insert bibliography. So it will automatically transfer all of these in-text citation on your reference list automatically. So you don't have to remember the in-text citation format as well as the reference citation format. And you can easily change this citation style by clicking one button, choose another styles, and it will change the format automatically. Okay, to find the citation styles, this is within Microsoft Word examples. So on the reference tab, you can click on the citation style, and you can browse through. There are, for example, this AMA styles, American Medical Association. They have also American Psychological Association, APA styles editions. The latest update is they have a 7th edition, and they also have Chicago Manual, Harvard Reference. They have IEEE formats and MLA format as well. And if you want to have more styles, then you just click on it. The window will pop out, and you can download citation styles into your citation list, a citation style list. Okay, all right. So now we go to the collaborate, and before we go to the collaborate, let me check on the chat column again. Okay, so we have 3 questions from a few questions from 3 people. Question from Madam Siti Nadia. As we know, Mendeley can be used in Microsoft Word. Is it Mendeley also can be used in WPS Writer? I believe WPS is the software for Androids, okay, if I'm not mistaken. No, at the moment, Mendeley only support for Microsoft Word as well as LibreOffice, okay, at the moment. Question from Azizah Harun. If the same PDF are named differently, will they be detected as duplicate? Can we plug in more than one citation in words? For example, Mendeley and EndNotes. Can we plug in more than one citation in words? Okay, so good questions, quite tricky and technical questions. So for the first questions, if the same PDF are named differently, will they be detected as duplicates? So, of course, I forgot to mention, if you download the articles from publisher page, for example, when you download from the publisher page, it will give you this random file name, right? This numbering, whatsoever things, E, F, G, H, D, W, W. And you don't have to rename that particular PDF. So once you just transfer that particular freshly download papers into Mendeley, it will automatically rename based on the metadata stored inside that PDF. So of course, you are tend to put up the same PDF article because one is the one that you rename and the one that you have not yet renamed. So once you put it up, it will recognize as one single title, but there are two files because there are two full PDF document that you put inside, and that will cause a duplications. So what you have to do inside Mendeley desktop, you just merge it together. So it will become entirely different content compared to the one that on your laptop and the one on the Mendeley desktops. Once you put up on the Mendeley desktop, it will recognize it as a duplicate and you can merge it together into one. Okay. So second question, can we plug in more than one citation in Words? For example, you have access to EndNotes and also Mendeley. So there are no trouble at all, but it will affect when you save your document. Okay, so it's best that if you want to use writing for Mendeley, do not mix with EndNotes reference as well. So there are no problem to have a two plugin inside Microsoft Word, but if you want to stick to writing, please have a single writing because for example, you change your style on your Microsoft Word document for that particular, for example, biology papers. You can write it, paste it on Mendeley application citation tools. Once you want to change the citation style, it will change to the Mendeley citation styles, whereby they not recognize this EndNotes citation plugin and left out that particular part on that area. So it will not go changing automatically. So that's why if you want to make there no problem to have a two plugin inside in your Microsoft Word. You have Mendeley and you have EndNotes. But if you want to do a writing, please choose one plugin only. So if you want to use Mendeley, only Mendeley. And if you are writing in EndNotes, just click on EndNotes. It will give a complication when you want to change the citation styles. Okay. Okay, so question from Mr. Khairul. What type of article can be stored in our library? Only journal article. How about news, reports, speech tag, and also etc. Do Mendeley can store Arabic articles? Okay, so as you know, Mendeley is a reference manager and it works really well with PDF because PDF has comprehensive information set of data inside it, and once you put your PDF content, it will easily search through all of this content. Okay, so all of this information, and they know how to arrange it automatically in if you're using PDF. So if possible, then it's only PDF downloaded directly from journal publishers. And for journal article, of course, it support. It also support the news reports and also speech text. It has support to some content, but some information might be missing unless you are using Microsoft Web importer. Because, for example, you are opening the Star online and you use your Mendeley web importer, it will automatically read through that particular web pages and it will capture all the information related that needed to generate a proper citation. For example, the reporter name, the author, the content, the paper date access URL. So all of that can be captured using Mendeley Web Importer. All right. So if you are scanning some newspapers, that particular PDF don't have a metadata inside. They not recognize the link. They don't know the proper author name. So it only works well if you download the content from journal publishers or even maybe Google Scholars, because they have a set of data inside that inside their PDF. Okay, it's different between the one that you scan through and put it out into your PDF. Okay, so the second questions, do Mendeley can store Arabic articles? Of course they can store, but for the support of retrieving the information, I think there's a limitation because at the moment Mendeley is only focusing on English, they not recognize maybe this Arabic fonts and whatnot. So maybe there are limitation. Of course, you can store it, no problem, but you have to put it manually on the modifier columns for the readable font for this particular Mendeley. So you have to modify a bit. Okay. So question from Dr. Afzalina. What are the difference between Mendeley and Notes? Okay. So the difference is EndNote is a license based and Mendeley is a free, and some part is a premium section. And of course, it serves same purpose as a reference management tools, and you are free to choose between. And if you prefer to use EndNote, there are no problem for you to continue using EndNote, and there are not much differences, but there's an options and maybe the user interface is slightly different, or maybe too similar as well, because of course both have annotation, both can open the PDF content. So it's depend on your preference, and depends on your laptop whether you have this EndNote license or not to open it. All right, so okay, let's get back to the slide presentations. So within Mendeley, you can also collaborate, you can join, create groups, and also share your reference within Mendeley. So within Mendeley, you can create a Mendeley groups. So you can check out below the created folder, you can find a group there. You can create a group. You put your group name and also describe your group about, and it can be created as a private group. So for a free account, you are entitled to open a single private group consists of 3 members. So you can invite your friend if you have already friend inside your Mendeley desktop. You can create a private group consists of 3 members, and once you created your group, and you can add document to that particular group by drag and dropping the content from the library. So you can see the group you created, or you can join, or you follow the public group as well. So for private group, so you can see here, you can collaborate with your research team. It is useful if you are do a collaboration with international author as well, for example from UK. So it's convenient for you to do this discussion within Mendeley private group, because you can share a full text document with your members from your private group, and you can share, you can highlight and do annotations within your private groups. So on that particular document, each group member is assigned a different color for highlighting. So for example, Mr. A have choose a purple color, and you yourself can choose a orange color. So you can discuss it's all about. So you can do highlighting and you can do annotation discussing on that particular paper. And once you open that paper, there's a lot of information and inputs from different people. Right. So now it's a discover. So discover features and options in Mendeley. It helps you to find a new research, to receive a recommendation from Mendeley itself, and also you can check out the paper impact, right? So search the web catalog online. So this is, as I mentioned on the first topic of the presentation today. You open your mendeley.com, www.mendeley.com, and there are search toolbar, search engine that allow you to search for 100 million contents. So you can search for articles, or you can add your article in your library. So you can try any search terms that you want on that particular search engines, and it will generate a result page as shown on this particular screen. For example, this urban horticulture, there are 12 results of articles. So of course, the priority will be given to the open access first. So when you put up your particular search term, an open access article will be given a priority, and you can find the article can be downloaded as a PDF. So you can see this sections marked as A. So definition is if the article is freely available, it's a one-click addition to your library. So you just click on add to the library and you can download the PDF along with it. And B, if it's not a full text, then you can use the get full text to locate the full text. Okay, so you can see on the first example, you can see this YB conservations. This is open access PDF, so it's a readily available PDF. So whereby the second article title is horticulture availability. So on the journals, you have there are no PDF available, so you have to get from the full text. So once you click get to full text, it will transfer you to publisher. It will open to the publisher page. For example, Science Direct, IEEE, Wiley, Springer Links. So from there, you can find options. If there are articles available, then it's a free, readily subscribed from your librarian, from the library itself. So you can go to remote access and download. Whereby, if the article is not available, it's not in any other subscription within your library, your institutions, then you can go to library website, click on the chat button, and you can request your articles. Just copy the DOI and send it to us. And the library, of course, as you know, we provide article request services to the lecturer, academician, as well as postgraduate and also other graduate students. If you want to request a paper, just let us know and give us some time to locate your paper. Article that is readily available or can be found through our network of Popun. Popun is a network of Persatuan Perpustakaan Negara. It's under IPTA, so selected IPTS. We are sharing resources. If one of us subscribe to that particular content, they will share the content to the requester. Okay, another party. So if they give it to us free of charge, then we will automatically send it to you. Whereby some articles, of course, as you know, the economic conditions of Malaysia, IPTA also affected. So some IPTA has already stopped their vast collections of online databases. And if you couldn't find it on you, for you, then we have to suggest for another titles. So of course, not all of the requests can be entertained, but we will try to provide as much of free services to you. Okay, so next, you can get a statistics. Okay, so from this result page, so you can see there are odd metrics. They say alternative metrics. For this particular wild bee conservation articles, you can see there are 5 people cited on that particular papers, and 45 people read this paper within this Mendeley. So you can quickly see the readership and citation index and the performance of the article. And if you can compare to the second articles on this particular results, you can see there are 3 people cited on this horticulture availability, and there are 29 readers. So you can see this is sorting out by the most cited on top of it. So you can click on the most relevant, most recent, and also most cited. So the most cited will be give you a better quality articles, right? And of course, if you can choose a review paper, that will be good, because inside review paper, they have already reviewed a lot of paper, maybe 100, 200, 300 papers, which is sum up inside that particular review paper. All right, so this is not the last of the slides. So before we go to the live demo sessions, let me check the chat section if there are any questions. Okay, question from Madam Norashia. To sign in Mendeley, is it still okay to use Unicode email address even though not signed in by institutions? Okay, good questions. There are no problem at all, as long as you can remember your username and also your password. That's the most important thing. If you're familiar with using your email addresses of your Unicode domain, please use it, no problem. And you can also use, for example, other email address, for example, Yahoo Mail, Gmail, OneMail, and depends on you. And the most important thing, you remember how to log in, because that is the most important problem happens to all of the postgraduates and also academicians, whereby they say they always tend to forget how to log in. Yeah, of course, we have a lot of password for internet banking, password for our checking out website, and also Shopee, whatnot. So there are a lot of platforms. It's advisable to use a single username and also password for this particular platform. So if you can remember it, then it's best to you to have it. And of course, we always advise to have a password book with you all the times, because we cannot remember everything anymore. As you keep getting older, we tend to forget things, and advisable to you to use a most familiar email address that is relevant to you, preferable to you. And question from Madam Afifa. Could you please show the citation tools in Word? How do we set up the citation to be APA format? Okay, so we're going to the second part of the presentation training today. We will be having a live demo sessions. So let me quickly go to this Mendeley website first. So you can click on download to download the reference manager. So you can download the reference manager for Windows. It automatically detects on the system. If you're using Apple, then you can use for Mac OS, and also you can use this Linux. And Windows 7 and above for a better support for this Mendeley reference manager. So once you click on download, then you can just follow the installation instructions and finish up the installations. So once you finish the installations, you have to sign in. So once you sign in, basically you will see the Mendeley desktop will look like this. So there are Mendeley desktop, as you can see. This is Mendeley desktop look like overview. So you can see the file whereby you can choose to add file, add folder, watch folder, and also add entry manually. And also you can import from a BibTeX, EndNote, and so RIS. So you can go to edit. So this edit list is more of like you want to create a new folder or new group, and also a list of what they call it, shortcut keys. Okay, so this is Control Z for undo, redo, find. Okay, you can do a copy as formatted citation and whatnot, and you can change the view of your overall Mendeley desktop library. So you can view library as a table, or you can use a view library as citations. So if you click on view library as citation, it will turn to citation look like. So it's quite trouble for my eyes, so I prefer to library as table, because you can see clearly the author, title, year published, and whatnot. And you can choose a citation style here. So there are a lot of citation style that you can choose out from. So this is American Medical Associations. They have APA, APSA, American Psychological Associations, 7 editions. Chicago Manual Styles, there is IEEE, Modern Humanity Research, MLA, 8 editions, and also you can click on more style to find out the styles that is suitable for you. So this is the install one, and you can also get more styles. Once you click on that particular paper, then you can click on use this style as a default style. So again, you can click on this toolbar layout, and you can use as a show text, and also you can go to tools, and from these tools you can have an option to install web importer. You can also install this Microsoft Word plugin, and you can get this Mendeley site button is the latest update on Mendeley. But to use Mendeley site, you have to be online to site, because Mendeley site will automatically link with the web browser. If you want to do it offline, for the offline writing, So it's advisable of you to use this Microsoft Word plugin. And this is check for duplicate and so options. So for options, then you can set this document details. What are the things that you want to appear on your tables? And this is file organizer. You can organize your file from which particular folder area. You can check on the watch folder assigned to. So if you want to prefer have a download as a watch folder, then you can assign it, no problem. And you can tick and untick freely, no problem. And this is a BibTeX and Zotero plugin, as well as connection to the proxy. So all of this is not as important. So this is a look and feels of Mendeley desktops. If you update to the latest versions, you will see there are no longer have a Mendeley suggest and also literature search inside your Mendeley. You can automatically see your library. You can see this all document. You can see the recently added, recently read, and also you can see the favorite articles, and also article that needs review, means that some of the article is incomplete. And if you have a publication, then you can just drag and drop your publication inside your Mendeley. So basically then, once you put your paper, then you can track your published research. It's readily available to be downloaded. Then people will read it and automatically the citation of your paper will increase. Hence increase your H index. So there's also unsorted. If you click on unsorted, papers which is not belong to any folder will appear here. This is an unsorted, it's similar like the all document. And you can use this folder. You can create a folder to store subject related for that particular things. For example, you have for assignment, you're writing on the chapters, you're writing on certain author, a certain supervising, then you can create your supervisor name there, and you can freely just create any folder. So once you create folder, then click enter, it automatically create a folder for you. And this is group that you can create up. So this is a group for assessment. You can create a group for a private group as well. If you check out this level 2 assessment, so I think I have one articles that I've discussed with my colleague, and they have, if you open up the PDF, you can see the highlighting, the annotations, different color of annotations, discussion from that particular papers. Okay, so you can find the trash and all the litters. And again, if you want to filter by text, then you can always check it out, and you can filter by author. If you want to check out the paper from Azizah Farming, and you can see these articles here. And if you want to check out the article by your text, and if you put up cyberbully, and you'll see this cyberbully tag related. So if you click on this particular article, the selected papers, so you can see all of this metadata. So this is the article title, the author, journals, you can find the years, and there are no information on the volume and issues and pages as well. So you can see this text, okay, you can put it cyberbully here. So if you add another tag, for example, I'm just put up this, what was that, competencies, for example. Once you finish, and you click on the competencies, and you can see this cyberbully articles within that particular tag as well. So if you click on this my publications, then you can check it out. For example, you only download from the Nature journal, for example, then you can always check out for this IEEE transaction, dependable and secure. So you can see the secure, usable article if you filter by publications. So this is how you sort it out, the content. And if you want to clear, just click on clear. And if you want to search within the document, let me quickly highlight everything. So you just click on Control A, and you can see there are 117 documents added within my library. So I can search within my library if you want to check on Bitcoin, for example. So if I enter this search term, and automatically in all document, it will recognize these three papers. You can see this Bitcoin and blockchain security. What is the blockchain feature in of financial and cyber securities. So all of this paper, this system, it appeared on the title, within the abstracts, on the author keywords, and also within the document full text. So this Satoshi Nakamoto in his paper, Bitcoin and peer-to-peer electronic cash. So it helps you to do a speed reading, so you can locate the articles that has relevancy, and most your research terms appeared on that particular article, and you can open it up and read up. So it can scan through to the article level. So it will highlight in yellow. So this blockchain, the Bitcoin, what is blockchain? There's a Bitcoin protocols, and what is Bitcoin, and basically, excuse me, it will scan through all of the Bitcoin and will highlight on that particular paper. So it helps you to do a speed reading, and very useful for you to um, browse through the content that is related to that particular system. And always you can click on clear. All right, so before I go on about, and let's check out the chat sections. Could you please show the citation tools in Word? Okay. And I always advise my students to use their personal mail, so that they are able to access the account even when they are okay. Yeah, that's a good sharing and tips. So there are no limitation for you to use your organization emails or your emails. Of course, with your organizations, if one day you no longer with the institutions, then you have to change your email. But all of this content can be easily exported to your new email account, so you can always easily save. No problem at that. No issue at all. So you can use it at the moment, and one day if you're no longer using your institution emails, you can create an account and export everything inside your Mendeley, the PDF and whatnot, to transfer to the new account. So there's no issue on it. All right, thank you for the tips as well for Madam Sadia. And let us do this is the tips. I'm going to finish up the tips of to download the software. Of course, again, download the Mendeley desktop from the main website and finish up the setup of wizard instructions. And you sign in to your Mendeley using the created account. And if you have problem to remember your password, you can click on stay sign in. Whenever you open up your desktop, can easily sign in without remember your login. Okay, so another tips is Mendeley welcome page. So once you freshly installations, of course, there are 4 instructions they will ask to you. So once log in, you will see Mendeley welcome page. There will be 2 options for you. You can add import a document, or you can install citation plugin. If you're previously using any of the another reference manager platform, you will ask you to import the paper, and automatically they will suggest you to install a citation plugin. So you can drag and drop a PDF into your Mendeley desktop, and you can import the option as the following documents: and not XML, BibTeX, and also RIS. So we go back to Mendeley. If you want to import everything, so you just click Control A, and you go to File, and the import will appear to you. Sorry, the export. So you just click on Export, and all of this content will be saved as BibTeX. So this is my collection.bib. So it's in the BibTeX format. So it will be the bibliography with a PDF content as well. So whenever you transfer to another account, so remember to just select all, and you go to export everything. So of course, the paper, the size of this BIP file will be slightly bigger because you download everything from your previous account to another new account. So, all right. So there are requests to check on how to do a link up of this Mendeley desktop with Microsoft Words. So you click on Tools and install MS Word plugin. So once you install MS Word plugin, make sure before you click on that particular option, please close all of the Microsoft Office applications, be it Outlook, be it PowerPoint, Microsoft Words. Close it everything before because it needs to install at the background of the Microsoft Words. So they automatically have a Windows notification pop-up login. Once the notification asks you to close, just close everything and click on this install MS Word plugin. So once you click install MS Word plugin, on the first launch, it will automatically pre-install the Mendeley side of plugin on your reference tabs. If you click on the reference tab, so I have trouble to click on it, so you just click on reference tab and make it bigger, and you can see this Mendeley Cite-O-Matic. So whereby there's an option to insert citation for the in-text citations, insert bibliography for the reference list. So you can undo and refresh, and you can export as compatible with LibreOffice or without Mendeley fields. And you can change your style anytime you want to make style citation changes. So for example of this literature review, this literature review synthesize research related to the perception of educator, blah, 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 in the workforce of nation. So normally you will put it the in-text citations at the end of the at the end of the sentences or within the sentences. So let's check on this insert citations. A pop-up will appear for you, so you can just easily type in anything. For example, that you want to check on educations. So you can see this education, a collaborative approach of integrating information academic library. So you just click on OK, and it will automatically add this skill training program in workforce in Malaysia, Adam et al. So additionally, the review, explore, okay, so you can add this insert citations. So another option, you can click on go to Mendeley. So excuse me, and you click on chapter 2. Okay, for example, that you want to start doing a citing. So maybe that particular statement, you are supported by these two researchers. So you click on these two and a cite button will appear here. Okay, you click on this cite and it will automatically send this. Additionally, the review, Amedio, and also Kim et al. Explore the evolution of career and technology and current trends and issue in the employability skills. So according to, so you can also add in the middle of the sentences. According to, let's check Lemmy Kenny. Okay, you click on sites and you can add Lemmy Kenny there. And let's say I want to add Likari as well. So you click on site. Say there are two people next to each other according to Lemmy Kenny and Likari. So you forgot to add these two. So what you have to do, you highlight these two together and a merge citation option will appear here. And you just click on merge citations and it will be appeared within one column. So Lemmy Kenny et al. And Likari et al. So there are two people on together. According to Lemmy Kenny and Likari, career and technical education has evolved, blah, blah, blah. In education, for culture, material at the schools. So you can add some more. For insert citations, so you repeat the process of go to Mendeley. You can add Matiyaki, Lin Kianliang, and also Pichels together. Okay, maybe one more, Walton. So you can click on sites and you will add this Lin and Yu, Matiyaki, Pishos, and also Walton Rockoff. So the concept of applications are generated by the parent, has a responsibility of teaching. So again, you can add another in this particular paragraph as well. So you just click on go to Mendeley and you go to Wang, and at the end of this text, this is very lousy student. Everything is copy and paste, so that's why they have to put the citation at the in-text citations here and there. So this is a bad example of do a citation, but for the sake of familiarize you all with the in-text citations. So again, I repeat the process of insert citation, go to Mendeley, and I'm finishing up with this two and just click on side button. So basically I have added some people's, okay, some in-text citation on my chapter 2. So what I have to do to generate a reference at the end of the work paper, and you want to generate a references. So just by a single button, you just click on insert bibliography, and automatically all of these person that you have cited in your sentences appear in the reference list. So it saves your time, and you even arrange it according to the alphabetical order. So you can see this Amadeo, Kim, Lamikeni, Pishos, Walton, and also Zain. Okay, so this is an example of you adding the in-text citations from Mendeley to Microsoft Words. And for example, if you want to change the styles, you can easily change the style from APA 7 editions to, for example, IEEE. IEEE is totally different because they are using numbers, okay? So if you click on IEEE, then you can see here the changing automatically, and seamlessly by just changing to 1, 2, 3, and also 4, 5, 6 to 9. Okay, you can see there are 10, 11, 12, and 13. And also it will reflect on the references as well. So you can see these Adam, Amadeo, E. Kims. Okay, let's say I want to add if I finish already, then I want to add some more in this Sparta and Athens concentrated less on rigorous training. So let's say I add some more insert citation after I finish to generate the reference list. I want to add another one from the same author. So there are no problem. You select Lemmy Kenny and click cite, and it will appear as 4. So Lemmy Kenny has been appeared already on the 4. Okay, according to Lemmy Kenny and Lekari. So you can see there's a rigorous training on Lekari as well. And you can refer back, there are no changes on this. Let's revert back to the APA citation styles for the 7th editions. And once it's finished to load up, and you can find that on that particular Sparta and Athens. Okay, you can see this Lamikani et al. 2016 and more of the establishment of higher educations. So there are no changes of additionals, so you can add after you finish working out, and in between there are no problem at all. There are no issues. And all right, so I think it's quite clear, and let me check the chat section if there are any questions. Okay, question from Madam Salma. What is alternative PDF is highlighted? Okay, so for this alternative PDF, of course, this journal has been published by Mr. Koch in Journal of Advancing Nursing. But also this similar paper is also has been available on their University IR, Institutional Repository. So you can use this alternative PDF of the pre-published paper against the post-published. Post-published is within Journal Advancing Nursing, so they are formally properly formatted, whereby for the paper which is on the alternative PDF is a pre-published paper. It's a simple paper without proper corrections from the publisher. So this is a mean of the alternative PDF. Okay. So we would like to request for a photo session for UniTAS gallery. Uh, so I believe that you want to screen caption to all of these participants here, if I'm not mistaken. Madam Norasya, can you please elaborate?
Yeah. Yes, that will
Okay.
be like at the end of the session.
Okay, sure, no problem. And this is an inquiry from Dr. Izzat Nurdina. Alright, so Salam, I have a problem of Mendeley citation in my other laptop, which is not appear in Word reference. I have uninstalled MS Word plugin and install it again. Uninstall Mendeley too. However, the same problem happen. Okay, tends to happen from time to time. So they are not appeared on your references. So this can be easily solved if you bring the laptop to me. So, because it's very hard to explain it on the online. But I have similar cases as well. When you, uh, for example, there are restriction from your what they call it antivirus, if I'm not mistaken. There are some antivirus that protected the appearance of your reference. So you have to go to your antivirus software to enable for this particular citation to be installed. Otherwise, then it will not appear as is recognized it as an external or third party. So you have to you go to support. What I suggest, you go to support FNQ, and you can type in your problem. You can find the solutions there. They will show you the step-by-step guide on how to troubleshoot this matter. Okay, so yeah, this is one is quite technical. The first thing that I'm sure is your restriction of your antivirus or antivirus software. So you can check it out and uh, yeah. So I think if there are no questions, I want to share one more. I think I still okay. I forgot to share with you. If you citing on the printed book, okay. So of course on Mendeley, everything has been in the PDF. So what happened if you want to add the content which is in PDF in printed books? For example, you are referring to a certain books. Um, let's open WorldCat. Okay, I'm sharing with you this tips and knowledge. So WorldCat can be used to search the books content details available on the internet. So you can either use ISBN or the book title. So let's say we check out this blue whale and search books. Okay. And make sure you select the correct books uh, because the accurate one is the one with ISBN. I think this is not the book. Um, let's try book about management. Management. Uh, okay, let's say management and leadership. Okay, so we click on search. All right, so let's say this book from 100 management models, how to understand and apply the world's most powerful business tools. So if you want to have this particular books appear into your Mendeley, so what you have to do, you just go to this particular link, 100 plus management models. So you click on this site or export. Okay, you can see this APA MLA styles. If you want a quick way, so you just copy on this. Otherwise, if you want to transfer it to your Mendeley, so you can download it into your export to EndNotes or RIS reference manager. So you click on it. So this WorldCat 8760300 RIS. So you click save file, and all of the save file automatically download to your downloads. So you click save. So once it's saved and stored into your laptop, go to Mendeley, and you go to file, and you go to import RIS, because that particular file has been stored in .ris. So you go to download and you select this particular books, click opens, and it will automatically transfer this information. 100 plus management models, how to understand and apply the world of powerful business tools. So automatically the citation will be added into this Trompinas. So again, if you want to add another citation from that particular books, so we go to this last sentences, we click insert citations, go to Mendeley, select 100 management models and click on this. So Trompinas and Cobox 2015. So it will automatically add to you Trompinas. So this is books, and we can automatically add it into your reference list. Okay, so seems like I have no questions. But Azizah, maybe you can follow this step. Hope this helps you to install your Word plugin. Okay, so this is a system from my fellow librarian from my set, Miss Norelina. Maybe she also encountered the similar trouble as well. So you can try to step by steps and try to troubleshoot from there. So okay, I guess it's very simple to use, and the more you use it, this Mendeley platform, the more you familiarize with it. And if you still encounter problem, you can always arrange a private sessions. Let's say when we can get back to the office, you can bring your your affected laptop to us, and we can try to resolve it together. And yeah, I think that's all for the session today. Madam Norasha, do you want to give a few words to the participants before we end?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, I would like to thank Mr. Khairul. This is very eye-opening to some of us, and I think, like Mr. Khairul said, if we use it more often, we'll get more familiar with the software. But like previously, we have used EndNotes, so now because it's no longer free, so we have to shift our usage to Mendeley. And I really hope this is not the first time that we are going to encounter with Mendeley. So I hope Mr. Harold or any other librarian at campus will be more than willing to help us, especially the UniTAS participant, or of course all the other staff of UNICAL as well, to get familiar with the software. I know everyone will have a very little the question that they do not want to ask today. They will probably ask later when they come face to face with the problems. And I really hope that this will help us to come up with a more systematic and less burden, because I recall some of the participants says that previously they do not know how to use the referencing tools, so they will have to type in the reference like one by one, and every time they change they have to rearrange the sequence of the reference. So hopefully this, if not the first time, everyone will be using more of this referencing tool software, so that we'll be more than happy to like come out with more articles, because the burden is less now, inshallah. And with that, I would like permission from Mr. Khairul to at least we would like to put the recording in our support group, so that people who missed this session can re-listen to the recording. And of course, we would like to have a revision every now and then. So we would like to download this recording and put it in our UniTAS support group. And if you don't mind sharing the slide, we would put there in the group as well for reference.
Sure, no problem
inshallah.
at all.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, I'm not sure if Dr. Tuan Sawani is in. Because I'm using a phone right now. I have problem with my laptop. Dr. Tuan Sawani, if you have any last words.
Kak Aisyah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Encik Khairul, Puan Fazila, and Tunku Azizah team, because this is a very useful session for all users of referencing method as well as new users. As what mentioned by Puan Aisyah just now, I actually used to use familiar to use EndNote, so it will take me some time to convert. Okay, and actually I have actually encountered the same problem as one of the participants that Cik Khairul has already read the question, where the Mendeley is also not clear in my words. I believe due to the what mentioned by Cik Khairul, it is due to the antivirus thing. So can wait to go to the office and see the team and solve the problems. Okay, so thank you so much for Encik Khairul, Puan Fazila, for approving our request for organising this session specifically for UniTAS 2021. So as what mentioned by Puan Aisyah, I hope this will not be the one and only session that we can seek help from library, because we have a lot more to discover. Okay, not only for Mendeley but also in terms of publications and so on. So thank you so much. So hope all the participants benefit from this session, and obviously we do have this support group, and probably we once in a while we need to contact Cik Khairul to solve the participants' problem or difficulties in the future, because many of us are new. Even though we do have experienced researchers in our team, but many of us are new, so there might be questions that we need to ask Cik Khairul and team. So thank you so much from all of us in UniTAS 2021.
All right, thank you, Happy Prof. Dr. Tuan Sawani. And of course, let's say after we all have our second dose completed, we can do a clinic sessions for Mendeley. And if you have any trouble with your devices to access, you can bring up along together and we can resolve it together. If not only at the city campus, you can also approach to our campus librarian as well. They will try to resolve it together with you all. And of course, if you encounter any problem, you can always go to YouTube. There are a lot of support there, and you can always go to the Mendeley main page. So you just go to Mendeley main page and you check it out, their support center. So you just find out the help guides there. There are similar troubleshooting informations that maybe you can try out on your own. Let's see if we work out together. But the first aspect, I think, on that is antivirus software. It will block some application to work properly with your Microsoft Word. So because it's a third-party external software, so always they will have a block. So you have to enable it. So it's quite technical to inform it, to show it today. Maybe later on, then we can show it to you. So again, thank you for your participations. Thank you for your cooperations, and hopefully that you are all stay safe and well. And inshallah, we will see you all next time together. With that, I will end this
Let's
session,
have a
and thank you
photo
for
session
participating.
first.
Do we all have to enable our camera?
Yes, please. And
Yes.
if you be kind enough to snap to help us screenshot the because I have problem with my laptop this morning. So I would be grateful if I receive a lot of screenshot from all of us.
Yeah, sure. Maybe everyone can screenshot themselves together as well.
Yes, please do. Right. Are we ready? Give 1 minute. How many? I saw there's quite a number of us online. If everyone could just turn on your camera for a while, then we can go 1, 2, 3, and yeah. Okay. Right, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Right, one more. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right, for those of you who helped screenshot the picture, can you just share it in the chat section so we can download it from there? So with that, once again, we would like to thank Mr. Khairul and team, as well as the Tunku Azizah Learning Commons. So hope to see everyone again in the near future. Okay, stay safe, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Cik Khairul.
No problem. Thank you as well.
Terima kasih dan keladi ya.
Sure.
Banyak-banyak keladi.
Orang tua dia kena banyak
Right.
keladi ni. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Alright, bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kak Aisyah.
See you lagi.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you for
Siapakah itu?
participating. Ajah
Saya dengar Saudara Zura. Wah.
Haja Hazura.
Haja Azura.
Betul? Haja Azura.
Ya, betul Haja Azura.
Bye.
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 Assalamualaikum. Happy Zulhijjah Day.